What's Geechee, y'all? Shalom to my brothers and sisters. Again, we back at it with some more truth. This one is more or less, actually, I want this to be like real direct. I want to be more personal real quick. Let me see. Alright, so this one is directly to the individuals that are not Israelites, that associate themselves as flat earthers. Now, I'm going to be sharing a segment, I'm going to be chiming in, but moral of this video is stop identifying as a flat earther, because all the mainstream media is doing is ridiculing you and mocking you and making you look as if you're a fucking fool. Point blank, period. Like that's what you look like. You look like a fool. I've fallen into that. I've had to subside from sharing that content simply because you look like a fool, and it's tarnished my business, my reputation as a tattoo artist and things of that nature. Just because I'm speaking the truth, and motherfuckers don't want to hear that. But you know what I mean? Identify as a truth seeker, not a flat earther. Acknowledge the fact and the truth that the earth is more flat than it is round. But stop identifying as a flat earther. I gotta transition the screen. My apologies. Alright, y'all. Beep game. I'm chiming in.
Common line of reasoning is that the round or spherical Earth theory is propagated by some conspiracy.
And the number of people who think so is growing. You may think it sounds crazy, but in 2017, thousands, if not millions of people still believe the world is flat.
Now, scientists say that's
Now, obviously you notice she's like, still believe the world is flat, because she's under the presumption that the world's round as well, as it's part of the indoctrination. But just, you see how they're portraying that identity, you know what I mean? When you conform to the dealings of men and you start subjecting yourself to identities like flat earther, black, African American, white, Caucasian, whatever. Many of those are actually like true, but for all intents and purposes, many of them are just simply man-made human constructs. And matters of men tend to be wicked, as you will come to learn if you are a true truth seeker. If you're sitting here continuously like stuck on the flat earth, then you might have a problem, because your truth journey has stopped. You've ceased. You know what I mean? You're looking too far into one thing when there's still so much deception to uncover and to reveal. I use the flat earth as a talking point to expose deception and other facets of our world and the other wickedness. People don't want to hear it nonetheless, which is just the facts of the matter. But as you identify as a flat earther, you'll be ridiculed a lot quicker opposed to identifying as a truth seeker, because it's within the name, and it's kind of hard to argue with the truth and when you're speaking the truth.
actually a symptom of a bigger problem, and it's the subject of tonight's special report. WCIA3's Aaron Eads is here with us now. And Aaron, as far as conspiracy theories go, flat earth theory is actually getting pretty popular.
Oh, conspiracy theory is also another term propagated by the establishment simply to ridicule different thinkers, people that view the world in a different way. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. It was a term created by the establishment. And, I'm not going to get into that. But also,
Yeah, believe it or not, in 2017, the number of people who believe the Earth is flat is actually growing. Scientists might have an idea of why that is, and it's worth talking about. And what better place to...
Okay, another thing, scientists. You gotta also discern and realize that modern science, the shit they give you, the shit they spoon feed you today, is propaganda, agenda orientated. They have a purpose behind it. And again, it's to propagate, in my opinion, the Big Bang and to disassociate the connection with the Most High or the Creator. Now, what most people fall under today is a belief system that many in the truth community identify as scientism. You know what I mean? It's a legit belief system that science rules all, and that's where a lot of people fall in. I fell there as well. But you think that, you know what I mean, because the establishment's telling you that scientists say this, scientists say that, scientists study, scientists prove this, you know what I mean? You believe the fucking shit, you feel me? And now they're going to talk about some other shit. And, you know, scientists, they think they have an idea of why it's like that. It's because there's an awakening, because people are done with the bullshit. They're tired of the deception of this world. They're tired of the mundane tasks of having to wake up and trade their time for fucking monies and spend and lose precious moments with their children, with their family, with loved ones. It doesn't matter. Like, the world is doing nothing but disassociating humans from, if you want to call it, humanity and fucking peace, if you will.
Do so than one of the flattest places in the country, right here in central Illinois. It doesn't get much flatter than this. Geological survey data shows Douglas County is the flattest county in Illinois, which is the second flattest state in the whole country. On a clear day, it seems like you can see forever, but you can't. Through the eyes of a person of an average height, the horizon is about 3 miles away. But that's it. You can go up higher to see a greater distance, but you'll never be able to see the whole world no matter how high you get. But there are ideas that this is a...
Well, like, you go directly from an actual image to computer-generated image. Like, and that's the fucked up part, is that's how people's reality is, you know what I mean? They'll go from seeing something real to seeing something fake, and then taking that fake shit as real. Like, what you're seeing is not real. It's not that wasn't taken just like that motherfucker standing on that street.
Sham.
The idea spiked recently.
Leslie Looney is the chair of the U of I's astronomy department.
I'm very qualified to say the Earth is round.
He's also qualified to be concerned anyone would think otherwise.
There's the idea that when you drive from California to Florida or whatever, you don't feel a curvature of the Earth.
And that's why Looney says we've got a problem.
For some reason, people are against science lately, and that's beginning to show with illiterate ideas.
I have done my research on the scientific community, and I know the exact turning point in which science went from actual testable, observable, repeatable experimentation to begin to prove things, to go from theory to theory to theory, mathematic equation on mathematic equation, to fucking whatever, however they prove this shit. Like, understand that the round earth does not exist anywhere outside of computer simulations, mathematics, and the minds of those indoctrinated. Movies. That's the only 4 places it exists. You're not on no spinning ball. But, you know, the reason why people are questioning science is because it's become insufficient. It's untrue. It doesn't hold up to what is reality. That's why people aren't trusting science and this modern scientific community. Look it up. In the 17th century, It's called the mathematization of science. And that's when they traded in real experiments for mathematics. And that's what you're dealing with, mathematics. You know what I mean? And they're so fucking complex that the average Joe doesn't want to sit here and discern and understand the bullshit. Because it's just another language. It's just another language of men. And that's what we're dealing with. The matters of men. The wickedness of men.
Got a problem.
For some reason, people are against science lately, and that's beginning to show with illiterate ideas of flat Earth.
More than
or illiterate ideas of the monetary system. Illiterate ideas of democracy. Because if you think you live in a democracy, you are a fool. You have no choice, no say, no nothing. Your rights are accosted and fucking, offended every day.
100,000 people follow the Flat Earth Society on Facebook.
Over the last Society and other thing, don't follow them. That's not a source of intelligent information. That is an establishment created society or establishment, if you will, put there to promote and make the shit look even more ridiculous. Like, of all the flat Earth groups, if you will, that are out there, this is the one that has the most legitimacy in terms of like corporate standing of like a business and things of that nature in terms of this worldly view. You know what I'm saying? And that's where some people go first, and then there's these ridiculous claims made by them. And you should not, no. Flat Earth Society, no.
3 years, Google searches for Flat Earth have, at points, spiked to 1,000% more than what used to be normal. People in the United States are leading the way with the most searches. But don't take Google's word for it. You can follow the trend online.
We have NASA.
You notice they put conspiracy and shit, and now like they even have the B.O.B. shit. I don't even want to get into that right now.
Orbiting around the.
But like, if it's like, and then boom, coming from NASA, it says it right here, but they're gonna give you a fucking false image.
Planet where we have GPS working to tell us exactly where we are.
Oh yeah, we have GPS to tell us exactly where we are, but they're still showing you fucking fake images, right? But they also talk about triangulation, which is none other than ground-based technology between 3 different cell towers. It's inherently within the name, triangulation, not fucking GPS, not direct satellite. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Use your mind. Use your mind. Seriously. It's getting redundant. It's quite ridiculous at this point.
Which requires it to be round. It's very upsetting for a professor of astronomy to have people think still in today's world that it's flat.
But
again, this is still just to show you to stop identifying as a flat earther, because this guy's doing a really good job at making you look like a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? With how they propagate shit and how we're conditioned to intake information by the education system, by media, by movies, all this shit. You know what I'm saying? They're making you look like a fucking dumbass. You're a truth seeker. You found the truth and the nature of the shape of the earth. Move the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? Use it as a talking point. Go into the fucking economic system. If we had as many flat earthers fucking talking about the inner workings and how the monetary system had come about, and the Rothschilds and all the fucking Rockefellers, the banking, the royals, and the Vatican, if we have motherfuckers going in on that shit instead of the fucking flat earth right now and doing laser shit when we don't need to prove nothing else, you know what I'm saying? We'd be in a better fucking state right now. You know what I'm saying? There'd be way more people waking up to the truth and acknowledging that the earth is flat. But it's not about the fucking shape here, people. It's about the deception. You heard? It's about the deception. You know what I mean? You're not a flat earther. You're a truth seeker. You know what I mean? You let that fucking flat earth be a stumbling block, and you're stuck. You plateau on that fucking flat
The flat
earth.
earth system.
Like, seriously. You know what I'm saying? Fucking pun intended fully. You plateaued. Continue seeking. There's other shit. You know what I mean? There's other things like the basis is out there. We gotta encourage motherfuckers to look for the truth. Truth seeker. You know what I mean? Like, what sounds better? Truth seeker or flat earther? You tell me. Come on. You're not a flat earther fan. You're a fucking truth seeker. Stop with the dumb shit, man. It's a good talking point. Don't get me wrong. Great conversation starter. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it's easy to see the type of people you're dealing with once you bring that conversation up, too. Those two words get fucking people going. You get to see the nature of an individual, and that should let you discern whether you should be dealing with them or not. You know what I mean? And stop entertaining people that are negative. Around, like, globalists, people with that ideology, and capitalists, and people that believe that this justice system is, in fact, just, got issues. You feel me? Point blank, period. And they're people you shouldn't be dealing with. Because they're not going to progress you. They're going to regress you. They're going to keep you in a state of... That's all you're going to be doing, battling.
Society's website has an FAQ page. First question, are you serious? Yes, they are. And they say the proof is readily apparent. NASA, a fraudulent organization bent on siphoning your tax dollars. The moon landing didn't happen.
It's almost like there's a logic virus.
Greg Whitlock directs Parkland College's philosophy program and teaches...
Yeah, there is a logic virus, motherfucker. It's from the indoctrination. From dumbasses like you. You know what I'm saying? And people that listen to your shit. You know what I mean? And oh, like, at the same notion, I'm gonna go ahead and just say that certain people aren't I'm about to call my brother back. Certain people are just like you and I. They've been indoctrinated into the shit. You know what I'm saying? They don't know no better. That's all they believe. You know what I mean? Even the people on the side of the elitists doing the acts that are cruel against humanity. But it's neither here nor there. Do your research. I gotta call my brother back. I'm about to tap into these scrolls. That's way more important. Peace be upon you to my brothers and sisters out there. Do your research, man. Stop being a dumbass, please. Seriously.